Hello guys, in this video I will talk about what might be the best profession in the war within in my opinion. We are going to talk about engineering, which seems to always be very profitable and really good gold making. First of all, I will show you the basics of engineering, what you're going to craft and what is most of the time very profitable. After that, I will go through what equipment you need for the profession and also what specialization is needed to make all of the profits that I make. Engineering is one of the best professions so far in the war within, in my opinion, and it is also very easy to get into. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and we get going. If you guys are not familiar with engineering, the basic of engineering is crafting parts. Parts is used in a variety of things, from profession equipment to toys to embellishments to all kind of different things. So the basic of mass crafting in engineering is going to be crafting all of the different parts. They sell very good and usually fairly fast. The competition, I would say, as of now and as of I have seen when I have done engineering, which I actually have done a lot, especially I did a lot of engineering in the beginning of the expansion. This was my first profession in the war within that I leveled up, and I made a lot of gold with it. It was very good, and it still is very good, and you can almost always find decent profit margins on the parts. So what you are going to do with engineering mostly is crafting the parts. You are going to want to be able to craft the parts in different ranks. So they all sell, and they all sell in both rank 2 and rank 3. I don't have a lot of knowledge in the rank 1 parts because I am not able to make them anymore, since I am very highly skilled in engineering and can only make rank 2 stuff with rank 1 math. But I know that all parts in quality 2 and quality 3 sell very good. So what you want to be able to do is craft them in both rank 2 and rank 3. Both often yields profit, as you can see here, a 14% profit margin on a quality 3. That is really good. So you want to be able to craft them in both rank 2 and rank 1, so you can diversify as much as you can and sell as much as possible. You are going to want to craft those in quite a quantity, but not too much. As I always say, if you're starting out with a new profession and learning, you should always start small and work your way upwards when you learn the market and you learn how much sells. But as you guys can see, this is fairly good margins on crafted stuff. This is actually really good, and I highly recommend this profession for anyone who wants to try out. And as you guys will see when I go through the specialization and gear, it is not too hard to set up. It's actually very easy. I will also include a small part in the end of the video where I show you some secret recipes that I use to make even more profit that is not the parts that we're going through right now. But basically, you want to be able to craft all of those in rank 1 and 2. They are gonna differentiate a little bit in how much profit you can make on each thing, but it is really good, and you can diversify a lot, since you have actually 7 different things here in the parts that you can craft, and you can craft them all in 2 different ranks. It will already be 14 different items that you are able to sell only with the parts, which is really OP. That is pretty much all that we need to know about what we are crafting and what we are selling to make bank. Since this is crafting reagents, they sell like cupcakes, and you can actually sell a lot of this every day if you want to. Let's go and check out what equipment you're gonna want for this setup. It is really basic. You of course want to get all the blue equipment. You're gonna want to start with a multi-craft engineering tool. It has to be multi-craft, it is the best. Don't forget to enchant it with the rank 3 resourcefulness, so you get a optimized tool. Then you're gonna want the, of course, 2 of the blue equipment. You are going to want them in rank 5. I don't have the gloves in rank 5. I did them as soon as I could when the expansion started. For some reason, I haven't leveled them up. I'm not sure why. I completely actually forgot about it. The difference is very slim from rank 2 to rank 5, of course, but it is worth it. You have to absolutely be min-max nowadays. So that is actually really good to get them in rank 5 instead of rank 2. But as you guys can see, I get good margins either way because it's just a small resourcefulness difference. But it is really basic. You don't need anything more than this in the profession gear, so you can get that one really easy. Also, the specialization in engineering is not actually something hard to get either, because there is not too much that you can spend your points in to affect the actual part crafting. So for the specialization, you can see I have put 17 points in devices. It is completely useless for part crafting, and this is not something you need. So don't worry about the devices. You do not need these points. What you're going to need is you're going to want 40 points into eventing, 30 points to scrapper, 40 to parts, and 30 to ingenious. Actually, you even just need 15 into ingenious to get this buff. This buff is absolutely mandatory and OP, so you need to get it, even though you can think this is just for ingenuity, but this is for multicraft and resourcefulness and ingenuity. So this one is absolutely important. Don't not forget to get this. It's OP. So what you're going to actually only need is 125 points in total to get started. You are going to be able to get that quite fast if you do all of the one-time treasures, all of the catch-up points from the patron orders, and if you do a acuity shuffle, maybe you can get some spare acuity to spend on even more knowledge points. It is going to be quite fast to set up, and I highly recommend you guys to at least set up a engineer, because it is really good so far. So it is a very basic setup, as you guys can see, so you do not need to be afraid to start engineering, because it's a fun profession and they have changed it quite a bit in this expansion. You're going to pilfer through parts and you're going to scour through scraps to learn all of the different recipes and stuff. You will have to look into this. It's nothing hard. It's a little bit fun, actually, in my opinion. I'm very happy with this change, and engineering is actually one of my favorite professions right now in the War Within. I really like it. Before you start crafting, however, never forget to do the invent. It is a buff that you have for 12 hours, so it's really OP. You rarely actually have to activate it, but just a reminder to never ever forget it, because it's so OP. Okay, so I told you earlier I will show you a couple of secret recipes for engineering that you need to know. That has been doing really good for me so far in the War Within. So we are actually first going to talk about one of the embellishments is the energy distribution beacon. Right now it doesn't have the best margins. Usually it has good margins, and I have been making a lot of gold with this. Also, this is the one that I have spent my concentration on actually most of the times on this character to get good margins. As you can see, now it's 900 gold. It has been way better before, but I recommend you guys to at least check out this recipe when you get it and see if it's profitable, because it can sell quite a few. You cannot, of course, you cannot sell 500 of this every day, but you can sell a few if you want to and if it's profitable. After that, I highly recommend you to also go into the convincingly realistic jumper cables. Those are really good. Right now we have a 20% margin on those, which is amazing. This is a really good item to sell. As you can see, it has a great sell rate, and I actually lately have been spending my concentration on those as well to sell, because they give a great margin and you can do quite a few with a concentration. So I highly recommend you looking into this one as well, because it can be really good actually. Also, you have a lot of toys in the profession, like this one. I have not made it, I have not tested it, but if you have some spare gold and you want to try it out, those are of course slow sellers, but they have great margin, some of them. So actually, if you want to try it out, it can be really good. This one, I actually sold one earlier in the expansion for I think 15 or 25k. I made some great profit. Now it's not that good, but you guys can see there is even a mount you can craft, which also can be good, but it's up to you. It's a lot to experiment with, but this is a great profession. But mainly, of course, it is the parts that you're going to focus on, and you can sell a lot of them. Especially the rank 3 usually give you like more gold per craft, but the rank 2s can be really good. And I usually actually, when I go into a engineering crafting session, I craft a lot of rank 2 and I craft a lot of rank 3, and I sell them all fairly fast. So I highly recommend you guys to at least try engineering and see what you think. Let me know, guys, how it went for you with engineering in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.